Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a roller set and I'm going to give you a few tips on how you can get your best roller set. So I'm going to be starting using the Doux. We want Easy Texture Tamer leave-in conditioner, and then I'm going to follow up with the Mousse Depth Texture Foam. So my tip number one is to use a rat tail comb to make clean parts. I think clean parts will allow your curl to be smooth and for your hair to conform to the roller better. So I'm going to take this leave-in conditioner, just a dime size amount, I work it into my hair, then I apply the mousse directly to my hair. Then I make sure that my sections are no bigger than the roller. Here I felt like my section was a little bit bigger than the roller, so I made it just a little bit smaller. My next tip is to make sure your hair is smooth. So you want to make sure that your hair is detangled. Use a dimming brush or rat tail comb, and you want to take that roller and get it to the end of your hair, and you want to make sure your ends are smooth. And as you roll your hair down, make sure it's pulled taut because you want your hair to stay smooth and you want it to be smooth around the roller. If you have any lump in your hair right now, you're going to have a big wavy part of your curl when you take that roller out. And also when you're making these parts, if you have thicker hair, then make your parts thinner because you want to make sure your hair can get dry. And if you have thinner hair, you can make your parts slightly thicker. One thing that I want to mention that I mentioned in my last video is to use a mousse. A mousse, to me, it just works better than a cream or a spray or a gel even, because it'll just give you smoother results. Your hair will look better. And also you want to make sure you're pulling up as much as possible on that roller, because just to make sure that your roots get as straight as possible. So you can kind of see here I'm smoothing my hair, but here I'm pulling it forward just slightly because this will just help for the roller to stay secure, and you'll just get a smoother roller, a smoother curl if you just do this. And you see here how I'm just smoothing any frizz. This mousse was really working really well. I really didn't have much frizz, so but if you do have frizz, make sure you smooth it. I noticed one of these rollers were a little bit loose, so I just went ahead and make sure that I secured it with one of those old school clips, so now it should stay in place. So I'm going to repeat the process. So I'm going to make sure I have a clean part on my second section. I'm going to use the foam and make sure that section is saturated with the mousse. I'm going to make sure I'm pulling that hair forward so that I can get smooth roots, and I'm making sure that I'm pulling it taut, and I'm making sure that I'm smoothing it as I go down, and I secure it with a clip. So I'm just going to finish rolling the rest of my hair using the same process. This was my first time using the Doux Mousse Definition Texture Foam, and I will say that I could tell even while I was rolling it that it was already giving me a lot of shine. Also, it wasn't hard. Sometimes mousses, they're a little hard, like when you're combing through with a dimming brush, it kind of is just hard to comb through. This was completely soft, and when I took those rollers out, you'll see in the end, but my hair was really soft. So I really like this this mousse. I was pleasantly surprised by it. I mentioned this one in my previous video as well, but make sure your hair is super wet. You can either re-wet it with water or you can use a mousse. Just be careful, don't use too much mousse or your hair will turn out sticky. So make sure you're taking your time when you're doing this. You don't want to pull out any unnecessary hair. And I found that when I go, slower, I get a better result. Just go ahead and get settled in. Just know that if you're trying to roller set your hair, it's going to take you a little while. It probably took me about an hour and 15 minutes to roll it, if not an hour and a half. So I'm pretty excited to be finished. So I am going to sit under a hooded dryer for about an hour and a half, probably 2 hours. Usually what I do is I'll sit under the hair dryer, then I'll take some of these out, and then I'll just clip some pins in place just to make sure that these are finished drying, because if I didn't, it probably would take me 3 hours for my hair to dry. And so now my hair is finished. It's fluffy and bouncy. I used the Doux, and it's really worked really well. It gave me a lot of shine in my hair, and my hair just felt really soft. So I'm just putting a little gel on my edges just to smooth them out a little bit. But these are my finished results. Yeah, it's looking really nice. I hope you'll give this roller set a try, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.